Hey my sugar bears, welcome back to my channel, Bougie AF. It's your host, JackeeNicole. It's where I say stay bougie on them. It's me feeding you feminism for the soul. It's my soul food offering. It's where I apply pressure to issues by being critical and logical. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get to the commentary where I can guarantee you I will be doing too much because that's just me. And like Sheree said, who's gonna check me, boo? All right, y'all, let's get into this Instagram scroll. So we have my boy here, Mr. Camron, being slammed for homophobic claims after his Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors post, where he says, I have no problem with gay people, with anyone gay. So if you don't know, recently a movie, Creed 3, came out. I think it's probably like last month. Featuring Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan. It's a successful, movie series. This is the third one. I've heard nothing but great reviews. People loved it. My sister's seen these movies, so she really, really enjoys them. I've caught them in a sense of like they were playing while I was in the room, but necessarily I had never watched it from beginning to end. But again, I'm not opposed, just not my type of movie, right? But I heard it's really, really, really good. So the problem is, not necessarily a problem. Camron just felt like, he didn't want to go to see the movie. And so he posted this picture where he says, the reason I didn't go see Creed. So if you can, as you see, is Jonathan Majors standing behind Michael B. Jordan. Very suggestive pictures, I guess. It's nothing sexual. It's just the fact that a lot of black men are very uncomfortable with like touching black men, seeing touching each other. So he wrote that. So it says here, Dipset rapper Camron is slamming suggestive claims, accusing him of being homophobic following his recent Instagram post. And so then there was some posts and some comments posted by people. And some of them here, it says, this was a funny promo shoot for a boxing movie. And that's Mr. My Fabulous Life. You know who he is, the rapper Fabulous. The only time he boxes is, it's with women, preferably his wife, allegedly. This person, Don QHBTL, says, they couldn't just take a pic with boxing gloves. That's crazy. So I'm gonna tell you guys off bat, like this was the comment that really stood out to me, like Dawn, and even though Fabulous is an asshole, Fabulous comment also, only because going in, I was like, okay, Camron, you know what you're doing. But then I had to realize, granted, I don't think it's a reason not to see the movie. But I most definitely understand where some people take offense, like the way that people are going about, like, promoting their projects. And I do feel like sometimes people are trying to tap into the, conversations that are being had. And a lot of the conversations that's being had, like I told you guys, is around, the LGBTQ plus community. We're either talking about, again, I did the video talking about drag. They're either talking about female trans women wanting to play sports against heterosexual women, compete. What else we've been talking about? We're always talking about like the pronouns, which I think that thing is kind of like wearing off because it's not a thing. The pronouns conversation has happened. We're also discussing of whether or not children should be able to transition at an early age, meaning surgeries, meaning, taking medications and things like that. So all these conversations are being had. I'm trying to think, am I missing anything? Because there's always just so much going on. Right. So we have all that going on. And remember I told you guys, like in terms of I have a video coming out about Uganda. Like people are really taking notice to like all of our social issues that we're having and the things that are coming up with the LGBTQ community. And so sometimes I am going to highlight like how people are really feeling, right? Not to say that people are against gay people, but they do for a lot of the other stuff have some pushback. So that was interesting to me. And then there was more comments. Let me see. Was it on this page that I liked? Oh, and this exchange was interesting to me because this woman wrote, it was actually good. Please let's not promote that narrative. Black not love, joy and friendship looks good on black man. And this is what I found interesting because when Camron responded to someone, he says, who said anything about gay? I just said I didn't see the movie because this pic. You thinking about something gay, which I have no problem with anyone gay. And he's right. He did not say anything about like gay. He just said, I didn't see it because it's pink. But I will say that he knew exactly that what would be implied for why he said he did not see the movie, right? Same way I think that they knowingly knew what they were doing with their advertising, or, just the way they decided to promote, the movie, right? Let me bring this up real quick so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So while out in promoting, Creed 3, Jonathan Majors has been featured on, Ebony. And these are some of the pictures that, that he that he has taken. And the reason why I am, kind of like laughing, because it wasn't just that picture that Camron kind of was like showed. There's been like a few other things that had people, asking some questions, like, this picture here with the pink throw rug. I mean, these are very different types of picture. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. He looks like a Red Matador, like something like that. But they are suggestive. They're not the usual pictures we see, black men, taken, And I think people wanted to say like, this is gay. They're trying to, make black men look feminine. They try to emasculate the black man because the conversation then came up about the Vogue cover with Rihanna and her boyfriend, right? So as you can see, he is standing behind her with their son. And many people feel like, it's trying to say the woman is in charge, like she's ahead of him, because, historically, it's been women behind men, right? And that's how people kind of perceive relationships. And so for them, this is like really deep because it's usually like the woman holding the child, that's going to be her job. And he's the leader, so he's out in front, right? So, they went to dissecting this. It got real deep out here, y'all. It got real deep. I'm on the Clubhouse, as y'all know. There was rooms being held about this. So it was a really big conversation because there are a lot of black men who feel like, you guys, who feels like we're not looking good out here, or they're trying to make them look weak, as representation. I don't agree with that, but so the rest of the comments said here, let me see what else. This person said, but you dressed like a homo thug the whole early 2000s. So, if you don't know, Camron made wearing pink, which is actually really funny because you have Jonathan Majors in this pink throw rug, but Camron made men wearing pink popular, cool. Right? Like, I just remember him always in like pink fur coats, pink Avorexes. Like, he was doing his damn thing. So like, it's weird that like, I don't know how to explain, because he's hip hop. It was cool. I guess because Jonathan Majors is an actor, it doesn't have that same type of cool effect. So people, look at it differently, which is really weird. As you can see in this, shirt right here, this little jacket right here, that is pink, right? So he made it cool. And, for other men to feel comfortable wearing pink. So when you see Jonathan Majors getting pushback for this picture, it's sort of like, it didn't make sense to me, right? Because I felt like, again, like we're going backwards with these conversations, right? What's the difference between Camron wearing pink versus this man wearing pink? And I think someone talked to, does he have nail polish on? I know a lot of people talk about him, may having nail polish. And again, there's a lot of men who wear just black nail polish. So I don't know, like there's no one thing or one feminine thing that's going, or that you may think is a feminine thing that's going to make someone gay. Ladies, if you've seen the way Rick James or even the Isley brothers, they dressed, listen, I don't even think they ever buttoned up a shirt. In the 70s, I was looking at, one time got caught up looking at some of the Isley brothers and listening to some music, and I was like, y'all were the most, y'all were some bad niggas back then. Y'all were dressing, right? So like, fashion changes, and so it's so weird that people would associate, a particular fashion with gayness, right? And so that's essentially what has happened with Jonathan Majors, with his, his covers and, how he's dressing. He seems very comfortable in his skin, but, it's just that people are associating it with gayness. And, Camron is most definitely knows that's what's implied. But like I said, I do think there's a lot of people within these industries that are leaning into what is being talked about, right? How can we be a part of that? How can we make sure that we're being mentioned in the blogs? And I do feel like it was I do believe that I do believe these black men were well aware of like what these pictures would set off in terms of conversation. And I think they were more than willing to have that conversation, let that conversation happen because they are secure in their sexuality, right? With that being said, I still feel like it's really kind of disingenuous to kind of lean into the gay issues for your personal advantage. Yes, you're bringing awareness that, there should be no problem with black men being in friendships and, they show love to each other and they not be associated with, gayness. But that type of, that's something that's hard for a lot of people that is from particular areas. Like if you're from the hood, that's a foreign concept or foreign way to show love, right? So for to show love, but a lot of times where people are coming from, they do not look at friendship like that, or they're unable to express like their feelings in that type of way, right? Because again, it's stigmatized. So with that being said, like I said, there was just people were just feeling some sort of way. Let me see. Let's get into these comments. And I didn't read the rest of it because this is just actually saying what these comments are saying on the screen, so it feels no reason to like read them both again. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, no, I didn't. And so this person said he could have explained, but there's a reason he can't. This person said that's what the implication was. Most definitely it's implied that you didn't go see it because it looked like some gay stuff. They'll choose their friends over their women, but they'll question another man's friendship with a man. Like I said, people, like, if you're from the hood, that's not the way people show love. Like, there's different forms and different ways, and I just think, like, people in the hood, they may just do it differently. It may not be the way that you're used to, but yeah. Fab knows a thing or two about boxing. Women, this person said. Even if they were both gay, I support them. It's a new day and age. Please grow the fuck up. Love is love. Well, we know they're not. So then what about this picture made you not want to watch it? See, that's good too. But at the end of the day, like, the comments are really good. It's a boxing movie. There should be somebody in some boxing gloves. There should be somebody in some boxing shorts. Like, that should be what's selling the movie, not what seems to be like some type of agenda. Like, and a lot of black people, a lot of black men most definitely do feel like there's this like agenda to make all black men gay, which is really weird. But there's a lot of black men who feels like we're being replaced and there's no, representation of a strong black non-sassy man, which they're kind of right in that way. This nigga's a sassy. But a lot of black men do feel that way, right? So I know it's a tough one. I do agree. If it's a boxing movie, promote it as a boxing movie. Like, stop all of this weirdness, because it seems disingenuous. And just a lot of people seems like they're just trying to like be viral or get caught up in like what's being talked about. So they can use it as part of their marketing, right? Like, even when it comes to these celebrities, they literally have to live their lives online, putting everything out there. You know what I mean? Just so that they can stay popping, right? Just so they can have some motion about themselves. They have to be active, like, content creators. And that's why I tell people, like, I'll never feel a way about, like, vlogging or talking about celebrity stuff, because it's all of, like, what people need to promote their, their projects, right? Same way that these gentlemen went and did interviews and need people to talk about it and be engaged about it to go see his movies. Yeah, it's all a part of it. It's all part of it all. Out of all of these comments, the one that probably made the most sense was Don Q, where he says they couldn't just take pics with boxing gloves. That's crazy. Only because, right, there are times, and like I said when I did, the video about drag, where I feel like they would throw, like, great, okay. Oh, how can I explain? This picture that Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors took, if you are black and if you were in the room or if you've seen this picture, in the decision making process of things, right? Like putting out photos for promo and marketing and stuff like that. If you're a black person, and even Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan with taking the picture, knows that there's going to be conversation being had within the black community that will be talked about their sexuality, right? I do think, and like I will continue to say, there are some people who don't care in terms of like all publicity is good publicity, right? Like what you think about my picture is not going to make me gay, right? So if it intrigues you, if it gets, people talking about Creed, I'm okay with that, right? Because, you're not, your opinion about what you infer from looking at my pictures, it's your opinion right there. So I don't know, I think some of that is going on because like I said, with Don Q's comment to me, they couldn't just take a picture with boxing gloves, is true. It's a boxing movie and you guys are getting together to promote a boxing movie, and there's nothing about that picture that kind of even alludes to you guys and the movie being about boxing, right? And maybe there's more pictures to that photo shoot that I would have to see. But yeah, like things should match, right? Like we shouldn't be going out of our way to try to stoke, interest, stoke interest in our personal endeavors by trying to insinuate like hot button issues in it, right? Right? Like as if though you're trying to promote off the backs of the conversation or off the backs of the struggle of actually gay people. Right? So that's kind of, exploitive in my opinion of the LGBTQ community and what they're going through or what they do go through in terms of, being discriminated and all this other stuff and being accepted and not being made fun of. Right? So to take advantage of that is crazy to me. And that's how this comes across because like Don Q said, you couldn't just take pictures with some boxing gloves. Period. Let me see anything else. Oh, we're gonna check out some comments. He could explain, but there's a reason he can't. That's what the implication was. I mean, damn. I mean, that's what the implication was. Fab knows a thing. Hold on. Fab knows a thing or two about boxing women. Girl, queen of Jake 4K. Listen, we on the same. He shouldn't even post it on this, to be completely honest. We don't know you for boxing nothing but women, my nigga, to be honest with you. This ain't your speed. They'll choose their friends over their women, but they'll question another man's friendship with the man. Yes, make it make sense. If you love yo nigga, hug your nigga. Look him dead in the eyes and tell yo nigga. Tell that nigga you love him, booty. Y'all honestly got y'all pics. I see nothing wrong here. I'm laughing. Let me read that again. If you love your nigga, hug your nigga. Look him dead in the eye and tell your nigga. Tell that nigga you love him. That's what y'all miss in terms of like why Boosie was so hard about that snitching shit with T.I. Y'all forget Boosie is still he ain't all the way out the streets, and you can't if you still require loyalty, there ain't no way you can sit next to someone that is deemed a snitch. There's no way. So it wasn't about whether or not he was blowing it out of proportion. It wasn't that serious, or it was, a dead person, any of that. It's about he has to stand in what he stands for because he understands, like, okay, he understands he can never come across as though he's with that fugazi shit. Period. All right, so let's go. Even if they were both gay, I support them. It's a new day in age. Please grow the fuck up. Love is love. It's not homophobic to say these pics didn't make him want to watch their boxing movie. Nothing about this says we made a dope boxing movie. It was a weird press run. Facts. And like for me personally, like I said, distraction, because going in 2024, why is this a conversation? Like to the magnitude that it grew into, right? Even that picture for Ebony, like why are we still having these like reductive conversations that we were having 10, 15 years ago? Question of whether or not someone, if they wear pink, like that's been over essentially since Camron. The girl comment didn't say anything about being gay. She said, let's not run with that narrative. Basically, he mentioned gay, which is clearly what he was implying. Ooh, touche. Touche, Rich Soil. Oh, I did not pick that up. She never said. She never said anything about gay. What she said was this narrative of black men not, because what could be implied, right, from what she said, is that the narrative that black men can't show each other love. She said nothing about being gay. She said nothing about being gay. So he kind of told on himself there, to be honest. So, ooh, good catch, girl. What's weird is these men who have an issue with bromances are men showing each other exactly affection on a friend level, or probably the same men who enjoy watching double pin. I don't know what this is. Porn and get turned on. Double penetration? Two men, one female. Oh, okay, and get turned on. Okay, I'm like, what? She abbreviated. Oh, we get creative. Shorthand writing on the internet. So then what about this picture made you not want to watch it? This person's just like asking. Black gossip gets passed around social media more than a black dollar is shared in the hood. Oh, well, damn. We're not even gonna get caught on that. Like more than a black dollar is shared in the hood. That doesn't even make sense. Because black people spend their dollars in the hood. It's just that we don't own the stuff in the hood. I don't think that's what you want to say, but okay. Gay people will need to accept the same people disagree with it. That's bottom line. Agree to disagree. Nothing about this screams gay. It's one black man showing another black man love. They aren't kissing. Nothing sexual here. Some black men only used to one light, which is being a gangster, which is sad. When genuine love and appreciation is shown, it's foreign to them. That's a fact. I totally agree with that. All right, y'all. So that's all I got. I just wanted to bring that to you. Damn, Camron, they're trying to cancel you, my dude. It's tough out here. You gotta watch what you say nowadays. All right, y'all know how we do here. We keep it posh as F, we keep it black as F, we keep it bougie as F, we keep being blessed as F, and y'all be black, y'all. Kiss, 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 kiss. And don't you forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.